right, we'll go ahead and get started. Obviously, we're here for Big Al. Before we get into anything else, I think it's important for Al to introduce his family and who he has here with him.
My wife, Melissa, my son, both sons, that's Sammy and Alex. My mom, Virginia, and my wife.
She's not your wife. You have some explaining to do.
My sister out there.
All right.
I'm not nervous.
I thought we were on to something there for a second. Just want to take a few minutes and recognize a few distinguished guests. Obviously, Major Charles, members of District Headquarters, Captain Zerker from the Cleveland or Brook Park District, and our retirees. I think it's important to recognize those guys. They're no stranger to this place. They show up every Wednesday morning and proceed to, they say it's the truth, but I'm not convinced of that. But, obviously, Brad Fiala. Where's Brad at? Raise your hand. Al Allen. Jeff Lynch. AJ Torres. Dale LaRue. Glenn Peterson. Chris Midkiff. Anybody else that I missed? Any retirees? I overlooked? No? All right. Well, again, we're here today for Al. I didn't know Al was an Elyria native. He was born and raised here. Obviously, he's a Marine Corps veteran, so thank you for your service, not only to the division, but from the military. Obviously married to a wonderful lady, Melissa. They have 5 sons. He's a member of the 125th Academy class. He graduated in November of 1993, and upon graduating, he was assigned to the Ashland Patrol Post. He then transferred to the Milan Patrol Post, and then decided to step up to the major leagues and transfer to Elyria in 2000. Obviously, you know, one of the biggest questions people have for people retiring is, what are you going to do, or what your plans are? Excuse me. It's no secret that he's pursuing a nursing career. So good luck in your endeavors in the nursing field. And this date is no accident. Obviously, October 31st being Halloween. It's one of Al's favorite. It better be your favorite holiday, right? Because today is their wedding anniversary. So congratulations. Yesterday, while Al, Cap, and I were having breakfast, you know, Cap gave me the question, what you going to do, or now that you're retired, how are you going to spend your time? And his remark really made me think, and his response was, I'm going to learn to get to know my family. And I thought that was fantastic, so good for you. I'm happy for you. I got something, first of many things that I'll read, present to you, but it's a proclamation from the governor. It says, Trooper Allen Marcum, as you retire from the Ohio Department of Public Safety in your 21 years of service, you have brought proficiency and expertise to your many challenging assignments. You've been a tremendous asset to the state of Ohio and to the men and women who have had the opportunity to work proudly beside you. We extend our best wishes for an enjoyable retirement on this 31st day of October 2014, signed Governor John Casey. This time I'd like to introduce Captain Holman.
You know, I've never been assigned to the Elyria Post, but I feel like I've been around it for many years as a district staff lieutenant over in District 3, and then when Elyria came over into our district. And Elyria is known for one thing, actually known for a lot of things, but the one thing that we're very proud of with Elyria is obviously the OVI enforcement. They're one of the leaders across the state, and Al's a staple of that. He's a midnight guy, and if you listen to our superintendent speak, he talks about the hard and dangerous work of the highway patrol, where you don't get any harder, you don't get any more dangerous than a midnight shift at the Elyria post. And this is what he's been dedicated to for many years, and that earns our respect and our gratitude. Now, what I'd like to do, when you think about the number of years you've spent on midnights and all the drunk drivers that you've removed from the roadway, you've saved many lives that you won't even know. So on behalf of district staff, I'd like to thank you for that, and on behalf of the many people who you'll never meet that you've saved, I want to extend my appreciation. Now, I get to do something that we probably don't do often enough, and that is to recognize the folks who support us. So, Melissa, if you can come up. You gave her a heads up, didn't you? All right. Well, first of all, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
I have a certificate of appreciation issued by the division. It says, "Know ye that Melissa A. Marcum, the spouse of Trooper Allen Marcum, has provided loyal support to this officer and the division as a member of the Ohio State Highway Patrol family. This dedicated and unselfish giving of oneself deserves the highest and most sincere form of recognition. The certificate is presented by the Ohio State Highway Patrol in appreciation for loyal and devoted service this 31st day of October 2014, and signed by Colonel Paul. I'd like to introduce Major Charles, who will make this official.
Well, welcome everyone. This is now the second retirement event today in Captain Holman's district, and I will make it official. First, I'd like to say I met this young man back, how many years ago, sir?
21.
Yes, he walked into the academy. I was one of his instructors a long time ago, and there was also another class that was already there and graduating, correct?
That's right.
And so on behalf of the superintendent, Colonel Paul Pride, and the superintendent's office with Lieutenant Colonel George Williams and Lieutenant Colonel Kevin Tiefert, we'd like to give this to you for your honorable service. This is to certify that Trooper Allen C. Marcum served 21 years and 5 months in the Ohio State Highway Patrol and enters retirement status this 31st day of October 2014. The certificate is presented by the Ohio State Highway Patrol, and all the women and men appreciate everything you've done over the last 21 years and 5 months. For your loyal and your dedicated service. Congratulations, sir.
It's, I know, everybody gets nervous. But it's one of the neatest things, I think, during the retirement gathering is the introduction into the retired ranks. And obviously Al and AJ go back a long way. Thank goodness I wasn't here too awful long when they were together. But with that, I'll turn it over to AJ.
First of all, it's an honor for me to be able to present this to Al. I remember we met, I never forget the first day he came on post, and I think it was me, Zerker, and Mike Parrish were sitting there. And he came in with a DUI, he was handcuffed, looked all professional, he was a lot slimmer, and and he took off his hat and he had his hair bleached blonde. So we started calling him Fabio. We used to call him Fabio there for a while. And then there's one more story on that I have to say. It was right before I retired. And I was out and I said, I'm going to get one more DUI before I retire. And I remember working over in Campedo where me and Tom Fontanez used to like to work, and I had a guy run from me. And he was about the same age as I was. And I looked at him in the eye and I said, you know, I am not going down like this. And I was smoking a cigarette, I threw it off. And I ran after this guy and I was coughing and gagging. And I remember going on the radio, I says, I'm in full pursuit. And the only thing I could hear was Al Ash's, I'll be around. And so he goes up at the scene, I'm sitting on this guy because I can't breathe. So Al says, hey, go smoke your cigarette, I'll couple. But anyway, it's an honor. It's an honor for me. You're a brother, you're a good friend. You know, we're going to have a lot of times together. And it's an honor for me to introduce you to the retirement ranks.
Thank you.
it's always the dangerous part where you open up. If anybody, I think we're okay though, because AJ already talked. But if anybody wants to say a few words or share a quick story that they have from working with Al, or any words of encouragement or anything. Go ahead, Fonzie. Oh, you're not.
I did his background, so I know everything about him. But it's been a pleasure. I worked with him for quite a few years, and it was, if there's a stand-up guy, it was Al. You know, I knew I could always count on him. You know, I appreciate it. You know, he's always a stand-up guy, and I enjoyed working with him. Thank you.
Thank you. I always looked up to you ever since you did my background.
It's gotta be a short joke in there.
You know my idea of what a trooper should look like. You did a good job.
Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to say I'm proud of what he's done, what he's accomplished. I'm proud of his family. He's done real good.
Yes, he has. And we're proud of him also. So with that, without further ado, you have the floor.
Okay.
So I'll get out of your way.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming. For all you guys that are still working, this day is as great as what you think it's going to be. So keep looking forward to it. I'd like to thank Major Charles for coming. Major Charles, she, as you already heard, she was one of my instructors, and she was in charge of taking us on our Friday runs. And we found out that she's a runner. She did not take it easy on us, but thank you for all the hard runs you put us on. You're welcome, sir. AJ, thank you for being such a bad influence on me. It made my job a lot of fun. I had a great time with you and Fonzie. Sergeant Midkiff was the best sergeant a troop could ask for. Thank you.
When he was there.
I'd like to thank Trooper Dejic for the scar on my forehead. And everyone that I worked with, especially night shift units, thank you. I had a great time, a great career, and I'll also be coming up and seeing you guys. So I'm not gone yet. And I might get to take care of you in the hospital someday. It's not what it is.
Very good.
Thank you.
So with that, that ends our formal part of the ceremony, but feel free to hang out. We got some refreshments. Please visit with each other, socialize, reminisce, and again, thank everyone for showing up. That's it.